Welcome back to Valley Life. I'm Brandon Baker, and here with me is Mike Saul of the Fresno Bonsai Society. How you doing, Mike?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, can you tell us a little bit about what bonsai really means?
The word bonsai means literally tree in a pot, but bonsai is really far more than that. Bonsai is an ancient art form. We really look upon it more as an art like sculpture or painting. It's an effort to create an image of an old tree in a small pot to evoke some emotion from the viewer. It is a piece of art.
And I'd asked earlier, I thought it was fascinating when you talked a little bit about the history of bonsai and what different cultures, what it means to different cultures. So can you talk a little bit about that too?
Well, bonsai as an art form has been around for about 1,200 years. It actually is associated with Japanese culture, but it originated in China and came to Japan about 900 years ago with the Buddhist monks as Buddhism migrated across the ocean. The Chinese have a slightly different aesthetic, and they enjoy trees that are a bit more ornate and complex. They tend to have brightly colored pots and more ornate pots, whereas the Japanese have a more refined aesthetic or image. They tend to like simplicity, so you'll notice that the trees tend to have a sort of a minimalist appearance. The pots tend to be more plain and austere, and the emphasis is on evoking this image of nature more than a contrived image, as is popular in the mainland Asia.
And when I walked in here, I mean, everything is it's beautiful here. Everything is very intricately formed. Is this something that anyone can do, and can they take any sort of tree and make this?
Yeah, well, certainly, absolutely anyone can do bonsai. There are two areas of knowledge. That is the horticultural knowledge that it takes to learn how to keep a tree alive in a pot. And the second is the artistic knowledge that is required to learn how to style a tree and plan it for the future so that it becomes literally a living piece of art. We tend to encourage people in the Central Valley, where we have a very hot, dry climate, to select trees for bonsai that grow readily in our climate. So typically Chinese elms and Japanese maples, trident maples, olives, and black pines, anything that you see growing in your yard will generally thrive in a bonsai pot. We try to select trees. For example, the Chinese maple has a very small leaf so that it's scaled well to creating a small tree. Trees like figs, because they have huge leaves, don't really lend themselves very well to producing a bonsai.
And can anyone join the Fresno Bonsai Club?
Absolutely. We encourage people, if they simply have an interest, to come to the meetings and see what it's all about. The Fresno Bonsai Society meets at the Fresno City College on the second Saturday of every month, except July and August. The Bonsai Society also has a bonsai basics class for beginners to teach them the fundamentals, and that meets on the third Saturday of every month. And anyone is welcome to do that. You could go to our website or go to our Facebook page, and we'll be happy to greet you and welcome you into the club.
That sounds great. Any plans for the upcoming Home and Garden Show?
Yeah, we will have a bigger presence this year than, and we have for the last few years really enjoyed the Fresno Home and Garden Show. We'll have a bonsai display there with several members of the club to act as docents and to explain the trees and talk to the public about bonsai. On Saturday, March the 7th, we'll have a beginner bonsai class for a nominal fee. People can produce and shape their own bonsai and take it home in a pot with the appropriate soil and sufficient training. We hope to keep the tree alive and to hope to perk their interest in bonsai as a hobby in the future.
And that's something all ages can do, right? That sounds like a good family activity.
It is indeed, and we have youngsters as young as 10 or 11 in the club. We have a number of college students. We welcome the members, for example, of the Fresno City College Bonsai Club are always welcome to our club meetings, and they attend for free. And we have a broad spectrum of people from all races and backgrounds within the Fresno Bonsai Society.
Well, Mike, thanks for spending time with us today. What you do here is just incredible and fascinating. Yeah, come to the Home and Garden Show if you can, and we hope to see you there.